Welcome today on Spin Earth. We have a very special guest here today for an interview, and I'm proud to introduce you to Sister Fa from Africa. She's one of the most popular female hip-hop stars in Africa, earned the Senegal Hip Hop Award in 2005, moved to Berlin in 2006, and I'm very glad to speak to you. So first of all, you're living in Berlin now. How do you get to come here?
Yes, I met in Senegal. It was in 2005. I met one student. He's calling Lucas Anandamai, who was there for research and study about Senegalese hip-hop and music, stuff like this. We just met 1 month and a half. It was the big love, and we just decided to marry. It was a big decision for me to leave everything in Senegal and to come here to start again, you know. But sometimes it's just, you just follow the love and follow your heart.
But love is always a good reason. Since you're very popular in Senegal and everybody know you as a famous hip-hop star, how did they react on your moving to Berlin and leaving Senegal?
I can say that it was like also a little bit like a shock, because I was like a model for the young girls who started rapping already, because it's very, very hard as a woman to really integrate the hip-hop movement in Senegal. And then I can say anyhow that I was like one of a reference from the young girls, and for them the moment when I just decided to leave everything and to go, for them maybe it was like a deception. They was like maybe not believing on a future in this hip-hop feminine in Senegal.
Yeah, so you feel a little bit that you left those girls behind there and they need some support, but you maybe can give the support from Berlin if you come back to Senegal. Have you had any persons or any idols, like female idols, that you were following when you started to go into the hip-hop scene and making music?
Yeah, I can say that Missy Elliott was one of my favorite rappers, and then Lady Afraid, she come from France, but I cannot call it really like reference. It was just like what I wanted to listen sometime to feel like, okay, I can also do like this, you know? And then it worked, because women also can rap.
They definitely can.
They don't take the ladies serious, generally in Senegal, because after the marriage, usually the women stay at home, cook, make food, make kinder, you know, it's all you can do at home. And then it was quite hard for a lady to really have a part, and I can say, and I could call it, to have respect from the hip-hop movement in Senegal. And then in the beginning, there was just like, let us see, maybe just 2 years for her to find a husband and she can just go home. But for me, it was like, hey, look, it's a work for me. It's like a hobby, and I like it, and I won't stop. I always say that I am born rebel, because I come from in the south, and we have a lot of problems there, like the rebellion, we have the female genital mutilation, we have a lot of problems in the south. It's like a country that nobody cares from the government, you know. And then I usually ask myself like, but why is like this? Why is like that? As my character and what I wanted to do, it was only the hip-hop music was fitting to say exactly what I want to say, and to say also how people are living around me, people who don't have the opportunity to say, hey, we are suffering. I'm having more opportunity than when I was in Senegal to talk about the problem that people are still living in Senegal, that the government is trying to hide. For me, it was like, okay, it was a big change, I can call it. It was a big change for me to come here and just to show what I'm doing. The time for complaining, it's past. Now it's time for sensibilization. For me, when you talk about education and construction, you should show also a positive example.
Absolutely, I think complaining is not a step forward always. It's important if you complain, because then you show that you understand things and you don't agree with some things, but it doesn't help sometimes getting a step forward.
Doesn't help.
Yeah.
When I talk about the topic of female genital mutilation in Senegal, it's something normal. They know it. It's so long time ago that they always hear, oh, the neighbor, the small girls from the neighbors, they cut her yesterday. They know this. But I know that in my band, I'm the first person who tells them about this practice, because I'm one of the victims, and I did not really go deeper from the practice. I just tell them a little bit how it's happened, and they were so shocked. Then it's quite different, the attention from these people who listen to you, because they used to in Africa, but here they don't know it. Of course you can have influence from your public when you make a lot of criticism against the government. For me, you are just teaching them hate, just how to hate the government, how to hate politicians, But now what I'm trying to learn more and to try to do, it's like to give education, to give sensibilization, just a little bit like, okay, let us try to protect these small girls between 0 till 12 or 14 years old who will be soon victim of this mutilation, And when you talk like this, they are more calm, more down, and listening more than to be very active of bringing this hand and this hate, like when you play like heavy metal or rock music, where people are just like exciting with the noise, but not about the lyrics, not about what you talk about. Because now I guess it's, for me, it's what I say, it's time for me to help more than to complain. And sometimes when you sing a refrain, they know, because they know the lyrics, they know the language, and it's quite different from here. Because here you just rap in Wolof, they don't know what you talk about. They just listen, maybe, there is rhyme inside, and the melody is nice. It's all. If you don't explain, they cannot know what you are talking about. But in Senegal, they know exactly what you mean in your song, and it's make them sometimes happy to know that there is someone who represents us, someone who talk for us, and it's make them always like very happy. I would like to have contact with hip-hop, with rapper in Germany, and to make exchange, because for 100% that should be really very, very interesting between these two cultures.
How has the internet, for example, YouTube, Spin Earth, MySpace, I know I've seen all your presence in the internet, and changed or improved the collaboration among artists spread internationally, or in providing opportunities to hear sounds from far away? How do you use the internet for networking?
Yes, for me it was like the magic box for me. I have internet at home, and I definitely see that it's the future. I'm sorry, but it's the way I see it, because before I used to listen a lot of music that I couldn't know where I can find it again, And then from MySpace, I meet so lot of artists that I know alone I will be not able to go in India or in UK, and I don't know where around the world to meet all of these guys. Now we are in contact, and then we make some action like, hey, I have a beat and I would like to have your voice inside. We really work. And they send me the beat, and I go in the studio, I try to record, and I send it back. And we work like this already. I would not like to stop like this, because it's so interesting for me that you can work with so lot of artists around the world without paying a lot of money to go to travel, You stay at home and you do stuff. And it's so great, because people know what you're doing. They know you from the internet. For me, it's super.
Do I hear that you're working on your second album?
Definitely. We start already with my lovely band, because we decide to make something definitely live. In 2010, we plan again to go in Senegal to make a lot of concerts, a lot of workshops for the young people, just to make them feel free, and then just to try to help the humanity. It's what we are planning for 2010. Somewhere in many villages in Africa, in Senegal particularly, there is still young girls who are waiting for help, for our help. Otherwise, they will be soon victim of this mutilation. Then let us try to do something together, to join our organization. I don't know, Terre des Femmes, there is a lot of organizations who are helping, like Tostan. Just let us try to join them and just try to save.
Sister Fa, thank you very much. That was very interesting, and I really thank you a lot.